What we now have is one of those pieces of really good news within the Yolngu world. It's my great pleasure to introduce the people who have established the Lirrwi Homelands Project.
Thanks, Jack, and good afternoon, everybody. This is very, very much a good news story. My name is John Morse, and I would like to introduce our team, our chairman of Lirrwi Tourism, and the man whose vision you are going to hear about in a few moments, Djawa Timmy Burarrwanga. Please give him a crowd. And the second person to Timmy's right is a man. Before I say that, I have to tell you, I have worked in the tourism industry for 40 years, and I had a very, very important position as CEO of Tourism Australia, the body that promotes tourism all around the world. And this man, Matt Grooby, is one of the finest human beings, one of the hardest workers, one of the most committed and dedicated people I have ever met in 40 years. Matt Grooby, the manager of Lirrwi Tourism. And yes, today is a very good news story, and Djawa and Timmy, and Matt will be sharing some of the things that are happening. I also, Meriki, one of our directors down here, and any other directors of Lirrwi that are here too, thank you for coming. We have an all Yolngu board. You're going to hear about what Lirrwi is all about. Last year, Djawa and I stood before this same audience and very proudly launched a 20-year master plan to develop cultural tourism across Arnhem Land, starting in northeast Arnhem Land. This year, I think we're even more proud to stand here and tell you what an outstanding success we are having and will continue to have in building a new economy through cultural tourism throughout Arnhem Land. Please welcome Djawa Timmy Burarrwanga to the stand.
Especially YYFna ka kumatna bukurbana. Thank you for the opportunity to sharing a new way tourism, because it's very important. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very powerful and honored here today. I'm speaking my own language, it's Gumaj language. And I am also proud that I am a Gumaj person. I'm standing here to represent my people. When I'm saying my people, it's including you, because we are living in this country where it's important. Thank you. I think I have to talk maybe 10 or 5 minutes.
No, 3.
Oh, 3 minutes. It's no chance for you people to talk about 3 minutes. So that's a problem.
I didn't do it.
It's a Yolngu time. Okay, yeah. I'm also a founder and chairperson of Lirrwi Tourism, and my passion is to sacrifice, and I want Aboriginal people in this country to create a new economy in Arnhem Land. And it's a time about Aboriginal people to take the responsibilities of creating a new economy. This is a good story. So what we want to do is create economy and share our culture between you and I. Because of the significance of education, it's a balance. It's a balance that culturally and culture that here for many and thousands of years we want to show. The tourism is not only tourism that we share, it's a tourism that we share, it's education. It means not just the reconciliations, but the common unity. And common unity is about you and I. Lirrwi is about sharing knowledge. It's like a university, what I call a bush university. What I call also a bush library, where it's fiction and not fictions. It's about education where young generations, when I'm saying young generation, not only indigenous, but all white and black. It means to create economy. It means we have 52 tours this year, whereas many of schools right across is want and hungry and thirsty to indigenous knowledge in education. And that's a fact. Yeah. What we want to do is also to share that, to share what you all want to share. Because we have more education. I heard today, there is a dominant education, there is a Yolngu education. We have a two subject, Yolngu subject, and there is a dominant subject. I want you to understand this. This Yolngu education is exactly the same like in the curriculum, and we do have our own curriculum. But what we want to show is, in the tourism industries, this tourism is called life changing. It changes your thoughts. It could also change your life. When I'm saying thoughts, because sometimes you don't think before you ask questions. Ladies and gentlemen, Lirrwi is a significant name, where it's layers and layers and layers and spirituality of your people. It means the document in educations, where sections, where when you see young people talking about it, you're actually asking, you're opening that door. That door is education. I tell you now, those Aboriginal kids, they have in the blood, there is education. What is education? Where kids learn. If you look where the bushes are, that's what I call the knowledge, where Aboriginal kids. But I want you to understand this also. When we're creating a new economy for Aboriginal people, it's not easy. It's a hurdles and hurdles and hurdles. And what I call, it's a bloody hard work. And it is a very bloody hard work. So ladies and gentlemen, I just got a knock from John. So give them opportunities. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for listening.
Thank you, Djawa. Eloquent as usual, as always. I now ask Matt Grooby to come up and give you a few of the details about what Lirrwi is doing to help change the lives of Yolngu people and the lives of non-Indigenous people around Australia and around the world. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's been a year since we stood here at this very spot. We launched the master plan, and we really had no inkling of how huge it was going to become. So Lirrwi was essentially set up to develop, promote, and help support Yolngu tourism businesses. So we're not in tourism for tourism's sake. It's about economic development and giving homelands an opportunity for the future. So the response to the master plan and all the work that we've been doing over the last few years is really starting to come to fruition now. We're so busy with, we've got so many tours happening. We've got about 10 homelands that we're delivering tours to this year, and that'll probably grow next year. We're touching a huge number of people. Our staff and our capacity is growing at a rapid rate, and we're fast becoming a very significant organisation in the area, and that's with the help of some fantastic partners that we have in the room. We've got the Commonwealth Bank and Djawa and Rio Tinto and Qantas and many others. We have about 14 partners at the moment that really help us to make this thing happen. So it's a fantastic organisation. I'm honoured and blessed to be a part of it and to have so much to do with it, and you know, it's probably it will be the high watermark of my career and my personal life as well, because you've got to have the passion and the energy to do this, and it's, you know, it's a little bit like nation building in micro, what we're doing. And like I said, tourism, it's the economic activity that has the most chance of success here. We're not doing tourism for tourism's sake. It's tourism for real purpose, and that's about creating economic sustainability, social and cultural sustainability for the homelands, which I believe are the future of this region. So how we get there is a pretty amazing and exhausting but very rewarding journey, and like I said, we've been growing exponentially in all sorts of areas, and when John and Timmy and I sort of sit down every couple of months and recap on where we've been and where we've come from, our heads spin a bit, but it is an amazing, exhilarating journey that you know, we're all very proud of, and we're so thankful of all the people that help us along the way, and the amazing support and response and enthusiasm for the homelands with which we work. That's probably been the biggest thing I've taken out of it, because they're just so keen and just really want to do this. And so, you know, whilst we're a tourism organisation, it's really what it boils down to is providing an opportunity to make a connection with Indigenous people on their terms and on their country. So I think we're achieving that, and I think we've got an amazing future. So I'll just hand back to John for all the things that I've forgotten to mention, unaccustomed to public speaking as I am. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Matt. Before I go into the things you forgot, there weren't many. My personal philosophy, and one of the reasons, the key reason I'm so passionate about what we're doing here in Arnhem Land, is that I think the mentality that has existed in this country of what is the problem and what do we do about it, I think that's the old way. I think the new way, and the way that Lirrwi is moving forward and saying, what is the opportunity and how do we achieve it? In other words, we're working from a really strong, positive way. We're not looking at problems. We're looking at creating something new and something special and something significant for this country and this world. I just wanted to mention that last week we appointed an architect to design amenities buildings on the 10 homelands we're working with. So there will be no flash camping here. It will be simple structures, because Lirrwi and the tourism experience with our consumers, with our school groups and with our corporates is about being invited into people's homes, not going to a tourist resort. Tourism is the wrong word for what we're doing. It's about people going into homes. So the infrastructure will be started to develop over the next 2 years with great support, I have to say, from the federal government, with great support from the Northern Territory government, with the Indigenous Land Corporation, and also IBA. Our partners, all our partners that Matt mentioned, this is the way partnerships should operate, because the base of the partnership is mutual respect and mutual obligation. It's a two-way street. And the board of Lirrwi check out all the people who want to partners, and if they don't think they're suitable, they don't become partners. It's as simple as that. And the other thing I want to say, in case anybody has any notion or inkling that in fact this is a white fella imposition which has happened for the last 250 years, this initiative came from the Yolngu people. Every single decision that is taken has to fit in and comply with Yolngu Rom, the Yolngu law, and they make the decisions. So it's very, very exciting. Now, we're just going to wrap up. But to wrap up, I have something very, very exciting. You may need handkerchiefs. 2 weeks ago, a film was launched by Tourism Australia, a 3-minute film, and some of the people here are in the film, directed by Warwick Thornton, who you know is the director of Thompson and Delilah, and Brendan Fletcher from Mad Bastards. This film was launched 2 weeks ago. It is something that everybody in this country should be proud of. It has been seen in 2 weeks by 37 million people around the world. This is the new way. Enjoy the film and thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to the adventure. The adventure is to show and share our culture. Every plant, every animal is our family. They are our ancestors. They live, they grow, so we can live and grow. We are all connected. To connect our mind, body, and soul to the land, we dance. We share the light. We share the land. We share this journey. Join us for the adventure. Our country is waiting for you.
Oh, I can see the smiles on your faces. Thank you so much. That's been a dream of mine, that film, for nearly 20 years, and it's finally happening. And the little glimpse of what we've shown you today is just going to become much, much bigger in the future. And I'm very, very, very proud to be part of that thing that's happening. Thank you.